Hey, church family and friends, happy Thursday to you. Spring has sprung, so I thought I'd take advantage of the beautiful weather that we're having this week and share an encouraging word with you from our Welcome Center here at church. Give you a couple of updates on some of the new things that we're doing, and boy, we got some good news for you. So let me share some of those things with you. We moved our live lunchtime prayer from Wednesday to Tuesday. Trying new things and trying out a better schedule. I think this is going to be a little better rhythm for us. So join us on Tuesdays at noon for a live lunchtime prayer. If you can't make it at lunchtime, then go ahead and check it out later on and pray during that time and leave comments below so that we can see and join in you in those prayers as you offer them up. Then Thursdays, you'll usually now be finding this encouraging word like you're finding today from me. And then Saturdays, we'll have our church-wide prayer encounter, and that's going to be on Zoom. If you'd like information on that, send us an email, mail@eastclaremont.org. We'll get you an update and get you an invitation for that. And then, of course, then our Sunday schedule is still going to be the same. We made a couple of tweaks a few weeks ago. The adult Bible study is going to be on Zoom at 9 a.m. The kids are going to have their group together at 10, and then we'll all come together for worship at 10:30. So make note of that, and we're doing online church as best we can during this season. But you know what? There's some other great things that have been happening. Our Tabitha's ministry, all the ladies in Tabitha's ministries have been busy making masks. Who would have thought everybody would be needing and wanting a mask at this point? Well, they did, and it's such a blessing. Check out the photographs, check out the report on our Facebook page down below, and drop them a heart, drop them a way to go. Let them know that we appreciate them, because we do so very much. Bless you, ladies. Thank you again. Well, this is a time we've talked about this, this being a crisis moment. But you know what? This is also a great opportunity to see God work. And I think it's important for us as followers of Christ to mark this time and remember what God did in this season, because we may not have anything like this anytime soon, or maybe for the rest of our lives. And it's not unlike what Joshua and the people of Israel encountered when they went into the promised land. When they crossed the Jordan, one of the things that they did as the Jordan dried up, and God miraculously dried that water up and mounted it up as a big wall so 1 million plus people could go across that river, was that Joshua had the 12 leaders of the 12 tribes pick up 12 big stones. And they made two memorials. One they made on one side of the river, and one they made in the river itself. And the reason they did that was listed here and identified here in Joshua chapter 4. He says, "Then he spoke to the children of Israel, saying, when your children ask their fathers in time to come, saying, what are these stones? Then you shall let your children know, saying, Israel crossed over this Jordan on dry land. For the Lord your God dried up the waters of the Jordan before you until you had crossed over, as the Lord your God did to the Red Sea, which he dried up before us until we had crossed over. That all the peoples of the earth may know the hand of the Lord, that it is mighty, that you may fear the Lord your God forever." The things that you're collecting right now, the things that you have today that we weren't even thinking about 6 months ago or 3 months ago. The masks, the cans of Lysol, the gloves, the wipes, the Purell, all these things that mark our time right now. I would encourage you to save some of those things and put them away in a memorial box. And so the reason for that is that in years to come, as your kids, your grandkids go back and they ask you what was happening in 2020, what was coronavirus, what was this epidemic, you'll be able to go back and say, look at the things that we had to hold on to. These were the things that were part of our life then. But you know what? These are also reminders of us that God protected us. The Lord protected us, and he showed himself to be mighty. He's bigger than the virus. He's greater than a pandemic that was worldwide. He showed us he was good. Oh, take advantage of this time. Rather than be upset or be nervous or be anxious, take these advantages. Take the advantage of today to gather those things so that you can remember how God showed you he was faithful and true, and that he loved you, and that he's good. Remember that I love you. Remember that we're in this together. Let's keep our eyes on Christ.